Hello and welcome to another Math Motor session. This video lesson is going to be on comparing and ordering whole numbers. And in order to do that, we just need to have a basic understanding of place value. And we have this little box chart here to help us compare numbers. And it's good to draw this out and have this little chart here to help you when learning about whole numbers. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to put two numbers. We're going to put one number in this first row here, and then we're going to put another number in the second row, and we'll be able to identify which number is larger by going through each section, starting from the actual front of the number here and not the end. So let's go ahead and put in two numbers and we'll compare them. So the first number here is going to be 1,387,513. And our second number we have 1,385,787. So let's take a look. If we see here in the millions place, we both just have 1. In the hundred thousands place, we have a 3 representing 300,000. So still tied up here. Again, in the 10,000s, we have an 8 and an 8. So up to here, we have 1,380 or 8 10,000s. So everything's equal up to here. But if you notice here in the thousands place, the 7 is larger than the 5. So we can say that this one is larger, this one is smaller. But let's go ahead and finish it off. We have 7,000 over 5,000, and then we just go down into the hundreds. We see that this number is smaller, this 500 smaller than 700, but again, once you see the difference here and one number moving from left to right, as soon as you find a larger number, that's it, you're done. So we don't need to go any further. You can use this chart here and just kind of write your place value. Off to the side, we got ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and you always put a comma after 3, moving from your right to left. And we have 10,000s, 100,000s. There's that comma again after 3, and then millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. Okay? And that's just a great way of kind of training yourself at comparing whole numbers here. And of course, numbers are infinite, but I think this should do the job getting you started, if you're in grade school. Another thing to look at is they'll have you order them from least to greatest. And again, you can make several rows here. If you're comparing 3 numbers, just add a third row here and make your columns. Okay, and a lot of times they'll ask you to order numbers from least to greatest, and in this case here we have 83, 830, and 8300. Or sometimes they will ask you to put one of these symbols here. This one you're probably familiar with, the equal sign, and of course this one is less than and this one is greater than. And maybe you remember from elementary that the greater than one is, this is like an alligator mouth, and he eats the bigger number. So he's kind of, got some teeth there. He'll eat the larger number if we had 830, like this one over here, and 83 over here. Even if those numbers were switched around, we always read from left to right. So this one again would be greater than. The alligator is going to munch on the larger number. Okay, so it just takes a little bit of practice, but this is a good basic introduction to understanding comparing and ordering whole numbers. Just always use a little chart like this. Your teacher might have one, or you can draw one up in pen and then just put your numbers in pencil. and you won't mess up. Just make sure you have your place value correctly. You should have a listing somewhere in a book or in your classroom, or you can always go to mathmotor.com, which is under construction, but eventually you'll have plenty of resources there to look at for free and help you learn about math. Thanks, and join us again. Take care.